Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. Welcome to my channel. Today we will have a look at the shlokas from chapter 1, 11 to 20. Let us recite shlok number 11. Ayaneshu cha sarveshu yatha bhagamavasthitaha bhishmamevabhirakshantu bhavantas sarva eva hi. So let us see the meaning of the words in the shlok. Ayaneshu means at the important points, at the strategic points. Sarveshu, everyone. Yatha bhagam means in their respective positions. Avasthita, situated or located. Bhishmam means to Bhishma. Eva means only. Abhirakshantu means to defend. Bhavanta, you. Sarve, all. And eva hi, even as. So the literal meaning is that this is what Duryodhan is telling, that he calls upon all the generals of his army and he tells them, or he orders them to give full support to Bhishma and also to defend their own strategic points. So that means that they have to protect Bhishma at any cost, because he being the grandsire, the grandfather, the great Bhishma has to be protected, and also the people have to protect their own whatever respective strategic points. Shlok number 12. Tasya sanjanayan harsham Guru vruddhah pitamaha Simvanadam vinadyoschai Shankham dadma pratapavan. Tasya means his, Sanjanayan means causing, Harsham, joy. Kuru Vruddha, the grand old man of the Kuru dynasty, who is Bhishma. Pitamaha means grandfather. Simvanadam, lion's roar, like roaring like a lion. Vinadya, sounding very loudly. Uchchai, very loudly. Shankham means the conch shell. Dadmau means blue. Pratapavan, the glorious grand the grand old man of the Kuru dynasty, who is the glorious patriarch Bhishma. He roared like a lion and he blew his conch shell very loudly, which gave a lot of motivation. So Bhishma already had some idea that Duryodhan is feeling a little afraid. So he wanted to give some motivation to Duryodhan. So that is why he was the first one to blow the conch shell. Let's go to shlok number 13. Tatha shankascha bhairyascha panhavanaka gomukhaha saha saivyabhyayanyanta sashabdastu mulo bhavat. Thereafter, the conch shells, the bugles and the drums. Okay, so Bhairya means bugles and Panavanaka means drums, and the trumpets, Gomukha, were suddenly led forth, Abhayantaha, and the sound was so overwhelming that the whole earth shook by that sound. Shlok number 14. Tatha shveter yukte mahati syandane sthitau Madhava Pandavaschaiva Divyo Shankho Pradadmatuhu. So the Shveter Hayer means the white horses which were laid by the chariot which was laid by Bhagwan Shri Krishna. Syandane means chariot, and Madhav was seated on that chariot. So Madhav means Bhagwan Shri Krishna, who was on the side of the Pandavas, and Arjun and him both drew out their own divine conch shells. So Divya Shankha, divine conch shells, and they blew them. Let's see shlok number 15. Panchajanyam Rushikesha Devadattam Dhananjayah पौण्ड्रं दद्मो महाशङ्खं भीमकर्मा वृकोधरः. Panchajanyam is the Shankha, the name of the Shankha which was blown by Bhagavan Shri Krishna. Devadatta is the name of the conch shell of Arjun. And here Bhim is referred to as Vrukodhara. You will see the meaning of that. Poundram is the conch shell of Bhim. So Vyasa mentions Pandavas blew their divine conch shells. Dhananjaya is Arjun. So let us see the meaning of the word Dhananjaya first. Dhana means wealth and Jaya means one who has acquired abundance of wealth. He is the richest people of all in Mahabharata. Arjun had all sorts of wealth. He was handsome, he was rich, physically strong, committed to dharma. Here by the word dharma I mean life of values, righteousness, ethics, the path of truth. So he was successful materially in spite of becoming the greatest accomplisher. He is in crisis. So we are going to see the crisis. That is what the first chapter is all about. The melancholy of Arjuna. So what I mean to say is material accomplishment is not a remedy for human sorrow. Atmajnan is the only solution. Arjuna is telling that please get self-knowledge. He says, I am the most accomplished person, still I did not have the solution to sort out this problem of pain and sorrow. Arjuna is brave. Okay, we are going to see in detail about what was Arjuna's problem. And then we will also see what Bhagavan tells him. And another thing is that Bhim is referred to as Vrukodhara. Vrukodhara means wolf. A wolf has a weakness. You know, how much ever food he eats, he is never satisfied. That is why you see that the wolf's belly is very thin. You know, his chest and his shoulders will look very broad, but his belly looks very thin. So he is always hungry. So Bhima had a belly like wolf, is what is said. Let's go to Shlok number 16. Ananta Vijayam Raja Kunti Putro Yudhishthirah Nakulas Sahadevascha Sughoshamani Pushpakau. Ananta Vijaya means the conch of Yudhishthir. So Yudhishthir also blew his conch. Sughoshaha is the conch of Nakul. Mani Pushpaka is the conch of Sahadev. So they were quite sthira, means they were quite Yudhishthira. So okay, let's look at the meaning of Yudhishthira. Yudhi means in war and sthira means situated, firmly, highly powerful in battle. In battle of what? In battle of life. Why he is called as Yudhishthira? Why was he firm? What was he firm about? He was firm about dharma. He had never ever transgressed dharma. He was always on the path of ethics and righteousness. Let's look at Shlok number 17. Kashyascha parameshvasa Shikhandi cha maharatha Drushtadhyumno viratascha Satyakischa parajitaha. So the names of some other kings are also mentioned here. Kashya, the king of Kashi, Shikhandi, the great warrior, Viratascha, the king of Virat Desh, Satyaki, Drushtadhyumna, Drupadaha, and these were all non-defeated, undefeated, the sons of Draupadi. Saubhadra means the son of Subhadra, Subhadra's son. Abhimanyu, the Mahabahu means the mighty armed Abhimanyu. Pruthak, so distinctly. Shankhavan, Dadmu, they blew their conches respectively. Kashya, who is a great archer, and Shikhandi, who had taken a vow to destroy Bhishma. Okay. Let's go to Shlok number 19. Saghoshodharta Rashtranam Rudayani Vyadarayat Navascha Prithivin Chaiva Tumulobhya Nunadayan. Because of that sound, the whole earth shook. The noise caused by the conch shells of Pandavas and their army. Hridayani Vedarayat, it pierced the hearts of Dhartarashtrana, the sons of Dhritarashtra, sounding throughout the sky, the earth. Tumulo means a noisy. It was very noisy. Duryodhan became even more frightened. The sound reverberated on earth and sky. Let's go through the last slok for today. अथ व्यवस्थितान् दृष्ट्वा धार्तराष्ट्रान् कपिध्वजः प्रवृत्ते शस्त्रसम्पाते धनुरुद्यम्य पाण्डवः ऋषिकेशं तदा वाक्यम् इदमाह महीपते. Mahipate means O king. Tada, at that moment, Shastra Sampatah. So, lot of discharge of arrows happened. Pravrutte happened. And Kapidhvaja means there was a monkey. Kapi means monkey. The monkey banner. Arjuna had monkey in his banner. So, the monkey is Hanuman. Drushta Vyavasthitan. So, he saw all the entire army of Dhritarashtra standing. Dhanuruddaha, so he raised his bow and he spoke. Idam Vakyam, he spoke these words to Rishikesh. And we will see what he spoke in the next slok, in the next video. Thank you for watching the video. Do like this video and subscribe to my channel. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.